Booyah! Tippy tie, my damies, and welcome to a special Mother's Day episode of Reviewedly Interrupted with me, your host, Pootie Tang. And I don't know if I really have many mother movies, or like I could probably find more shit, but this one like popped up in my head first because I haven't seen it in a while, and it's like, why not? Why not like go back to something I vaguely remember? I remember little like bits and pieces and basically what the plot was about and everything, but not really the movie itself a lot. And I'm like, well, shit, why not go back and get a chance to like rewatch it and like fucking, you know, revisit it. Just revisit it and be like, all right. And that is Troma's Mommy's Epitaph. Yes. Troma movie. Like, I just remember it being really silly, fucking, like Troma, like a lot of these films that are like this, Mommy's Epitaph, and basically, like, okay, so that shit came in this motherfucker, the Toxie's Blood Bank, which has like 10 movies in it and everything, and it's got some pretty goofy shit. Evil Clutch is just fucking silly. Chillers, fucking Beyond Evil. They're like, you know, it's got some, but some of it's like a little more higher studio quality, and then a lot of other it is like shot on video shit, which, you know, I became a real big fan of, just a low budget shot on video look and everything. Like Visual Vengeance and Troma need to get together, or Troma just needs to like release this shit. If they can't get it going, like just hook up with Visual Vengeance and get a lot of like this shit, like this Mommy's Epitaph, and like give it a good release, man, because this is the schlocky shit that some of us fucking love. And like on the inside of it, it shows that Toxie's Triple Terror, they have like these different sets of like 3 movies and everything, and like there's movies on these that, of course, because there's like 3 of those, and or 6 of those, 6 times 3, there's like 18 different fucking movies. There's only 10 in here, so there's like 8 other movies that I don't have and everything. But you can find these on like Amazon. Currently unavailable is the Toxie's Blood Bank, but there's like a, you know, other buying options, and you can probably buy it from some other place for a decent price and shit. But I've been very phlegmy. Very phlegmy. Where are the Flemish from? Flemland? I don't fucking know, man. I don't even think it's an actual thing. I just think it's some fucking like inside joke that the UK is pulling on all of us. Ever since we like broke it off, they took the breakup kind of bad. And I don't know, it's want to happen, but I mean, they both saw each other's red flags and still tried to work it out, you know, for the kids, but it didn't work out. So, you know, it is what it is. I miss Mommy, but I love the 2 Christmases. All right. So, Mommy's Epitaph. I'm going to watch this. I mean, look at the back right there. There's like a rat coming out of somebody. Somebody's like getting tortured. And I remember this bitch just being like a real fucking cunt. Just like a horrible fucking person the whole time. And it's just like, all right. And yeah, so I'm going to hop into this and like revisit it and everything, because I like this old kind of like a little more obscure shit. And I don't know, maybe I'll come to find out that it's even better now that I can appreciate more of the shot on video stuff that I do than like, I don't know, I probably haven't watched this in like, I don't know, 8 years or something. It's been a while. So I'm going to go watch this shit and and get back to you. So, yeah. Kappa chow, motherfuckers. I'm gonna go watch this shit. Peace. Well, holy shit balls. Mommy's Epitaph, man. This movie's fucking nuts. Fucking Troma, I love these guys. And see, it's like I haven't seen it in a long, long time. It's been a while, like I said, you know, and it's not as shot on video as I remember. It's more, it has a little bit higher production value. And it's I don't know, it's a really solid Troma film. The setup is kind of weird, you know, where it looks very after school special like, where you're like, okay, you know, it's not gonna be as hard and everything, and then it gets to like fucking the torture scene, a little bit of fun with a bucket, a blowtorch, and a rat, you know, and it's like, when it goes brutal, it goes brutal. It's like, it's so great because it's like this juxtaposition of like I said, after school special, and then exploitation. Like it bounces back and forth where it almost kind of lulls you, like, okay, this isn't gonna be as intense, and then all of a sudden it gets fairly intense, you know. She's fucking shanking dudes, running around in lingerie. She's the sexy seductress who's fucking insane. It's like, she's like, hey, you want to bang me, painter dude? And he's like, well, I kind of just want to paint this shit so I can get paid and, you know, go home to my life I have, because I'm not really interested. Kind of here for a job. He's like, all business. He's straight dude, all business. And she's like, oh, you won't fuck me? Well, shanks the shit out of him, and then, you know, pulls that whole like, you tried to rape me, you know. It's like you see on those true crime things, bitches killing dudes and then claiming, oh, well, you tried to rape me, and they just wanted to be murderers. And of course she's an alcoholic. I mean, of course, you know, like there's, you know, the rat, and it comes out in her stomach, you know. It's got this whole subplot, and the husband is just a fucking lights are on, nobody's home dude. It's like, I don't know, he's kind of like, I don't know, he doesn't seem like the brightest dude, and he's like kind of manipulated because he's like burying bodies for this bitch, and then she's blowing him, so he's like, I don't know, I guess it's a decent trade-off. You know, he's very conflicted, and I don't know, it's just goofy as shit. But yeah, you know, it's a solid film, and it says Mommy's Epitaph on here, and you can look for it, and it shows it, you know, Mommy's Epitaph. But unlike IMDb, and even when the movie starts, it just says Epitaph. So I think this is like Epitaph, aka Mommy's Epitaph, where it tried cashing in on like maybe a genre that was, I don't know, 87. I don't really know much about like the killer mom genre that was around then. Maybe more of like the psycho lady type thing, with a couple movies coming out then. Because it says like Charles Kaufman's seminal classic Mother's Day, you know, most horrifying depiction since, you know. And so, you know, I think they were trying to do a little bit of cash in, which is funny. And it's like, I'm going to see if like the movie is on YouTube and everything, and, you know, share that link, and at least the trailer. The trailer is fucking classic. It's like totally traumatized out and just fucking great, and I love it, you know. So, you know, if you want to end up, which eventually, even though I have this movie, and I have like, you know, like I said, there's like 18 in here, 8 I don't have, but a bunch I do have. What I plan on doing is like collecting these at some point, just because it'll be like a cool little collector's thing. And like, you know, if you can find this, you know, like I said, I picked this up at like whatever FYE was before it was FYE, or maybe it was FYE at the time, but I got it used. You know, it was used that somebody brought in, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, thank you, love Troma, give it, you know. But I think you can find it like under other buying options on Amazon at the moment, or you could probably find it on eBay. Just search around if you want to get that set, which is a pretty cool little set and everything. But yeah, and just like, I don't know, the grandma in it is just like this overly sweet grandma, where it's just like, it's so fucking hilarious just how sweet this grandma is. The daughter's just hanging out. It's like the middle of the night, it's dark as shit, and Grammy just shows up with a plate of cookies and some like hot cocoa. I think it was hot cocoa or chocolate milk or something like that, hot chocolate. And she's like, here, I just brought you some cookies and some chocolate milk. Just middle of the night, you know, and the girl tries them, and she's like, oh, they're still warm. Did you bake these? Like, yes, I just baked you some cookies because I thought you might like some. It's like, holy fuck. It's like, what is Grammy up doing in the middle of the night baking cookies? Oh, she's like, it's like, well, Grammy had a cup of coffee a little too late in the evening, and the caffeine has made it to where I can't sleep, so I'm just going to be up baking cookies and pissing all night. You know, it happens. But just like good old Grammy, but she gets it with a fucking one of those electric carvers. Like I said, this movie just like, if you are interested enough and you want to watch it, and you'll see what I mean. Where it's just like, okay, this is it looks very after school special, like ist. Oh, that sounds weird, but like an after school special, and then like I said, it's just brutal. For this movie, brutal. Okay, I'm gonna say the juxtaposition makes it more brutal. It's not like crazy fucking Saw or Hostel brutal, but just the juxtaposition is like, whoa. It's pretty brutal for the setup of like the aura of the film up to then, and yeah, So like I recommend it as just like a fun little watch. Where it's just like it's not high production, it's not great, the acting isn't like the best ever, but shit, dude, it's fun. It's a fun little fucking movie and everything. Mommy's Epitaph. Just hopefully your mom isn't like this crazy cunt, because she is fucking off the chain, fucking nuts. She's got problems, man. And the ending is a pretty cool fucking ending. I like the ending where it was just kind of like, it went that direction, which is, I don't know, they're like around that time period, there's like, it almost seems like there's certain kinds of stock endings. It's some that are used more than others. You know what I'm saying? If you watch enough of the movies, you know what I'm saying. There's like the good guy kills the bad guy. It's just kind of like, well, did what I had to do, and I'm just glad that good triumphed over evil, goes off into the sunset, type deal. And then there's like the whole like, oh, we defeated evil, but evil will be back and return. Just the stock stuff. And this one goes in one of the, I think, lesser used kind of ones, because it's almost like a niche kind of ending, because it's got to have a setup for this kind of ending. Whereas like, the endings I already talked about could have a very big setup, plot, action, everything that lead to that point, and it could be all types of things that lead to that point. While this one has this almost specific type of setup. But yeah, man. Associate producer Richard W. Munchkin, old Dick Munchkin. I'm glad he was in on this one. All right, Dickie, old Dickie Munch. I'm glad you were there, man, for this Troma release, Epitaph, aka Mommy's Epitaph. So yeah, I mean, I think I got a link to like the Toxie's Triple Terror, because it was the only one that was available from Amazon. But I mean, if you're gonna like really look for it, I'm sure that you will be able to find the exact kind of copy you're looking for. But like, these are the type of movies that are just kind of like almost forgotten, unless you have like this set or one of the Triple Terror sets and blah blah blah. You're so into Troma, or you have it already from a long time ago. It's like one of those ones that's going to be you're completely off your fucking radar, unless you're like almost searching for it or stumble across it. You know what I'm saying? So, if you want to go looking for that copy, you know how to do that. You're like me. If you can't find it on Amazon, you got some other sites you can check out. So, yeah. And next week, what is it? Episode 12? Episode 12, I think. I'm going to be doing this film, which is a little bit divisive in its own right, because some people thought it was actually like really tight. I was one of those people. I really, at first I was like, oh, let's see, is this going to be another teen kind of slasher killer movie or whatever, or what, and I found it to be much different. I kind of liked the plot, and I kind of liked the open ending, which, I don't know, it was good. And It Follows. I dug it. I thought it was creepy. I love the fucking music, and it's something I will definitely talk more about next time. I don't need to ramble about it now, because I'll be rambling it for fucking ever next episode. But yeah, that's the one I'm going to be doing next. It Follows. But yeah. Troma's Mommy's Epitaph with Dolores NASCAR. That is a fucking crazy great name. And love this movie. It's a great movie. If you want to check it out, I definitely say check it out. If you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. It's a fun little romp, and it's kind of goofy, and just it's different, and it's good. It's solid, and I think it's a great movie for Mother's Day this year. So watch it with your mother, and I don't know, get some popcorn or maybe some Earl Grey, cuddle up together and be like, I love you, Mom, I love you too, daughter, and watch this movie together, and then look at each other with sideways glances for days afterwards and question your entire relationship until it's keeping you up at night. You can't sleep. There's lines, bags under your eyes, dark circles, your hair slowly going gray. You don't know. You don't know. But then eventually you realize that, yes, your mother is always going to try to kill you. It's just a sad fact of life. Mothers love their children to death. Whether it's a Susan Smith type or just an incessant nagging that slowly drains the life out of you. I love you, Mother. Happy Mother's Day. I love you, Mom. I swear I love you. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Nah, but seriously. Maybe I'll try to do a happier Mother's Day one next year. But I just haven't seen it in a while. Wanted to check it out again. Fun little film. So, yeah, if you want to find Toxie's Blood Bank, that's where I got it. Check, search. Blah, 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 blah. Fun little set. Got the eyeball. Wah, wah, wah. Slim cases inside. It's a neat little set for collectors and geeks like me. Physical media, little motherfuckers. So, yeah, that was this episode of a special Mother's Day holiday 2023 of Reviewedly Interrupted. And I have been your host, Pootie Tang. So if you'd all kindly do me a favor and fuck off, because the video's over and there's really no reason for you to be hanging out. In fact, I don't even know how you got in my living room. And this is kind of creepy, and I don't know, until next time. But next time, don't wear socks with those sandals. Knock it off. All right. Tippy tie, my damies. I'm going to sign your pity on the runny kind next time on Reviewedly Interrupted. Thank you for joining me. All right.